Hello, welcome to the stream. Welcome to our live WWE Raw for June 1 um, watch along and reaction. We're going to be having a pre show discussion first and foremost, but I hope everybody that tunes into the stream is good. Now, uh, as we know, we are, well, not 24 hours yet, but we are almost 24 hours shy of what was an eventful Clash in Italy premium event on 2026 where we saw title matches, we saw a title change, and we saw as to what could happen, especially after the results and the conclusion to the main event place on yesterday's pre-live event. So tuning into the stream, much appreciation to everybody that has taken the time to join and who has decided, even if it's later on when the actual begins and the reaction component is going to happen. So I'm going to just start off by going to at everything that I've bookmarked, so we can have that discussion and it can drive our conversation. So due to the fact that WWE is in Italy, it means that there'll be an earlier start time show for persons who are able to watch it internationally. But there's going to also be um, a there's also going to be a show of it um, for persons who are not able to see it. Obviously, by WWE, WWE would present that and provide that for persons in other areas using those platforms that they typically show it for. So for persons who are international, they'll be able to see it earlier. However, for those who are obviously not uh, going to be benefiting from that, they'll also ensure that persons are able to see that as well. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. As I've said, much appreciation to everybody that has tuned in and has taken the time to show support to the stream as well. So I'm just going to change the layout so that people are able to see this effectively and efficiently. So I'm going to start off with this. All right, that's not what I meant to do all ago. Okay, so it says here, Penta promises his fans that he will one day become world champion in WWE. I want to say thank you for all my fans around the world because you guys are my gasoline every night, because Penta is from the people. Penta is from all fans supporting me. To know I have 20 years around this business, so I'm very thankful for the guys. Thank you so much. I promise you one time, I don't know when, I don't know how, but I promise Penta becomes a champion from WWE, but not any champion, the world champion. Well, he's already intercontinental champion, so obviously he's already been a champion, or he is a champion. Now this is from Soluka. I don't see it. Okay, here it is. So, Ruka dismisses the increased online scrutiny after being called up to the main roster. Even in NXT, we get people that are watching every move, and we get people that are leaving hate comments and all this negativity. And essentially, being up on the main roster, you have more eyes, which means more hate, but it also means more love. So it's something that I've had to kind of navigate, because it wasn't something that I thought of when I got signed, that it was going to be like, oh, this means that there's going to be more eyes or more people trying to nitpick everything. But at the end of the day, especially with people on social media, that's such a small percentage of our fan base. And as long as the crowd in person is happy and everyone backstage is happy with what I do, then that's fine with me. Very interesting here from Soul Ruka. Um, and I suppose you can understand that. I just want to see what the few persons who have replied so far have said to this. She won her first title just like I'm a fan for life. She is a botch machine. Some thank you, Lesnar. That's very interesting. But yeah, she says that, of course, there's gonna be more scrutiny, and she said something that we've heard TKO and even Triple H say, that As long as those in attendance are happy, it doesn't matter what anybody else wants to say, because at the end of the day, the persons who really matter is simply those who are in attendance. It's very much simple as that. So yeah, you can't blame him for saying that. And yeah, I do know that since she's been called up, she's had a lot of botches, she's had a lot of errors taking place. But I think, you can't expect perfection. And with anything, you won't be perfect. You're gonna make mistakes. Even the well experienced persons will make errors, or they will have moments of errors, because it's just human nature. You're gonna have errors, you're gonna have mistakes, because that's just a part of what happens in life. So yeah, I do understand what she's saying, and it's fear, really is fear that that your assessment is that. And I think it's very mature, because it's very easy. Or it would have been easier for her to just simply say that, oh, I'm not liked by these people, and for it to impact her mentally. But she says it, that, as long as the persons who are behind the scenes, those in the gorilla position and all that, are happy, that's all that truly matters. And if they don't see any issue with it and they still push her, then what's the point of focusing on what persons who simply just don't like what they see, or they simply don't like her believe? It's counterintuitive, because the persons who really matter are the ones that are going to be giving you paychecks. Simple as that. So as much as you have to acknowledge that the fans online are also fans, they're not the ones that are in attendance. And if the fans in attendance are the one that are complaining, or they're saying things, maybe that would have probably led to her having a different sort of reaction, or having some sort of belief that, okay, I'm not good enough, or I'm not this, or maybe I'm not good enough. So yeah, I mean, it's quite simply a situation where, you know she's saying that, yes, I know things haven't been great. And as you said, on NXT, you had people who were simply of the impression that she simply isn't good enough. So yeah, it really is what down to interpretation and perception as well. um But yeah, as I said, I respect her mindset, her opinions, and her mentality towards it. It's very easy, as I've said, to just simply just say that, okay, I give up. What's the point of this? The crowd isn't warming up to me, so I guess in that sense, it's just time to give up. No. So yeah, I respect her response to everything. I respect the fact that she's not letting it define her, in any way, because it's not definitive. It really isn't definitive. And as much as it would be easy for her to just, have the belief that this defines who she is, and all of that, it isn't. So yeah, let me move on to the next thing here. This is about NXT in some capacity, and I think there's another quote from Soruka, which I'm going to be sharing as well. So it says this. This is from Recipients as well. It says, whilst there were reports of a potential call up for Nikita Lyons in the summer, it doesn't appear likely at this time. WB officials have been very impressed with the work of Nikita since returning from injury, and is expected to continue working Evolve, and she's expected to continue working Evolve and NXT for the foreseeable future. And this is the report here. There's always next year for Nikita, I believe in Big Cat Kita. And then of course it says this, she's definitely different from the other women in the ring, in my opinion. But it's too soon to see if she's ready for the main roster, in my opinion. And I was shocked when I read the stories. Lola, Kilani, Tatum are examples of who should be called up next. And it's kind of hard for you to disagree with what that person just said. And I think, as is the case with any working field, whenever you get injured, or you're out for a while, and in a business like wrestling where they don't just let you go, in all cases, it's like you've been, you know not demoted, but it's a case where because this has happened, it sends your trajectory backwards, or what you could have been achieving, it gets thrown to the wayside, and even the intentions and the plans that they had for you, because of the fact that you're injured and they have to pivot, it means know that what they were going to do is not what they're going to do now, because things have changed, circumstances have changed, and it has called for changes to be made within that school. So it is always unfortunate when wrestlers, and especially Nikita Lyons, who, as the person in the comments or the replies under this tweet said, is a situation where we may be able to see her, become rejected. She may question her ability, but at the end of the day, I think her just getting the chance to be at NXT, get some more honing, get of her skills, and getting more of an understanding of what she can achieve. I think that's better than just simply throwing her to the wind and saying, "Okay, no, this is what is going to happen with you." And I think that is the best thing. So I agree with that. Personally, I do agree with that, and I think that it's the best decision that they're making. So as the person said, it really was very interesting when I saw it, for sure, that she's expected to have a call up soon. And that is to say that she's not good, but I think it'll be too soon after her injury to call her up without honing the skills, getting some of the ring rust out of the way and all that. And there's no rush, in that sense. There's always next year. She can always get some call up, or she can have some appearances this year. I mean, some sort of thing that may happen. The John Cena Classic, for example. But yeah, this is another comment. It says Soluka comments after winning the Women's Intercontinental Championship at WWE Clash in Italy. I'm a mess in a good way, though. I mean, I'm a mess in a good way, though. Emotional mess, physically a mess in the best way possible. At the moment, as soon as the bell rang, as soon as I hit my finish on Mickey, where I just kind of got a little bit emotional, I was a bit just shocked and just like, oh my God, I did it. This is my defining moment. This is the start of my next chapter, in a sense. Just the overwhelming love and acceptance from the fans tonight was absolutely incredible, especially being so far away from home, knowing that these people know who I am, care about me, care about my story, care about what I do. It's just absolutely incredible. Definitely it is. It absolutely is incredible. Um, but we have this now. So this is the card for today's Raw, or what has been confirmed so far, based on what WWE said on Clash in Italy's broadcast yesterday. So Roman Reigns acknowledgement ceremony. We will see if Jacob Fatu will acknowledge. We're going to see some things, and I'm going to mention something that I saw. We saw Soul Sikoa and all that. We're going to mention that as we progress through the other tweets as well. So Seth Rollins is advertised as well. We have the start of the King of the Ring tournament, and I'm going to show you the brackets in just a few. So Obafemi versus Penta versus Solo Sikoa versus Carmelo Hayes. So we're having a fatal four-way. So whoever wins this will go through to the next round. I don't know if it's quarterfinals. I'll have to look at the bracket again and then be able to decipher that. But this is very interesting. So it says Liv Morgan versus Becky Lynch versus Alexa Bliss versus Chelsea Green. So this is the Queen of the Ring tournament. So this is the first matchup. This is what is known so far on the match card. I think WWE may update this with a few stuff so that people can know what to expect in the preview. But we are about an hour and 45 minutes away from the start of Monday Night Raw, the earliest start of Monday Night Raw, due to the fact that they're in Italy and it will be starting local time at the time that they usually start their broadcast for Raw on Netflix as well. So yeah, we're going to move on to the next thing here. And of course, this is from El Grande Americano versus OG El Grande Americano as Triple Noche de los Grandes. And Bleacher Report says that it's an A+ rating, and it's not just me saying it. The Bleacher Report has said it, and it's the highest rated WWE and a AAA match of the weekend as well. Let me see what the replies are like, and I know it's going to be a lot of positive comments. A+, A++++++. That's what that person says. This person says, well deserved. This was low-key the match of the year for me. Definitely was a really great match. And this person says, as it rightfully should be awarded that. This is my match of the year. So far, my match of the year, dude. Nothing happened at Clash of today to beat the Bass versus Bass match. I agree with that. It would be very difficult to follow up that, and I think many persons were informed that they should, you know, to their expectation. Don't expect anything extravagance. Don't expect anything that will blow you people out the water, because at the end of the day, it was gonna be a little bit difficult. It was gonna be really difficult to match that, considering the complexity and the way in which Triple A and Lucha Libre is all about the drama and the intensity, the high flying moments, and all of that. And the match was definitely incredible when I watched it on Saturday as well. But yeah, I agree with that as well. A plus for sure. Bleacher Reports has also released its ratings for WWE Clash in Italy. This is what has been said. So Cody Rhodes versus Gunther. Um, it was a B. Rhea Ripley versus Jade Cargill got a B plus. Obafemi versus Brock Lesnar got a B. So Luca versus Becky Lynch got a B plus. And Roman Reigns versus Jacob Fatu was a B plus as well. So the overall grade for the PLE was a B plus. And the MVP of the show was deemed to be Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns was deemed the MVP of the show as well. So we move on up to this now, and this is, oh, I don't know what I just did. Okay, so we get to this now. So this is the bracket. The bracket looks like this. So it's a fatal four-way. So we're gonna have Solo Sikoa, Carmelo Hayes, that is Penta and Obafemi. That is one thing that's going to be taking place. You have Rey Mysterio, Braun Breaker, Trick Williams, and Damian Priest also there. So we have representation from both Raw and SmackDown here in this free to four way. And we spoke about what would be happening as well. So we're gonna have Seth Rollins, Javon Evans, Tana Tonga, and Ricky Saints, also LA Knight, Keys, and Finn Balor as well. In that bracket as well. I guess Finn Balor has moved to SmackDown now, based on the fact that based on this graphic, it has him in the blue representation, which is obviously SmackDown. That's very interesting. I wasn't expecting that, but I guess the storyline between Finn Balor and the Judgment Day is coming to its end, and they're just moving on from that as well. So that is the bracket so far. We're gonna see what happens, and I guess the semifinals. I guess based on this, well, no, well, yeah, it will be semifinals. So I guess after this, you have the semifinals and then the finals, and that's it. So it ends up quickly. So King of the Ring, LA Knight is the one who needs the spot the most, but I don't think WWE is willing to take that gamble, which makes Obafemi or Rollins the more realistic chaos. Realistic choices. I don't know why I said chaos. The Queen of the Ring, I'm rooting for Io Sky, but Cargueria or Perez Rodriguez seem like the more realistic options. Oh, I need to focus. I need to share the Queen of the Ring, ring bracket as well. This is the Queen of the Ring. So we have Liv Morgan, Becky Lynch, Alexa Bliss, and Chelsea Green. We have Roxanne Perez, Io Sky, Julia, and Last Legend. Bailey Rodriguez, JC Jane, and Kiana James. And there's also Soluka, Valkyria, Flair, and Jay Cargill as well. Okay. So the persons that are being rooted for here, this person says LA Knight and Roxanne Perez. Please let Seth win. Give me Seth and Roman one more time. Interesting. Very interesting thing right there, if I'm being honest. Very interesting. But yeah, let me move up to the top of this now. And I'm just going to do this as well. So we have this now. So future Roman Reigns matches teased last night. So you have Reigns versus Solo Sikoa. There's Reigns versus Tomatonga. Reigns versus Tolatonga. Reigns versus Eddie Knight. Reigns versus Royce Keys. And Reigns versus Cody Rhodes for the third time as well. Reigns versus Tala. This person says son. You're seated for it. We only wanted Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes 3. We only won. Okay. I think Royce Keys are good shots too, eventually. I don't want to see Roman versus Cody Rhodes 3 again. Don't need to stop recycling these bloodline family feuds and actually give other superstars a real shot. LA Knight, as a strong babyface, deserves that big program with Roman. He's mega over and it will feel fresh as hell. That's what this person is saying right here as well. Which is very interesting, if I'm being honest. Very interesting takeaway from that, if I'm being honest. So I'm just trying to do something quickly to rectify an issue I'm having right now. But thank you guys so much, as I've said, for tuning in so far. We have an hour still to go before the start of our watch long component, but we're just having a pre-show discussion um about what is to come as well tonight or today on Monday Night Raw on Netflix as well. Right. Right. So I'm just refreshing this to see if there's anything, any updates on that sense. Um, on anything here. All right. So I'm just trying to quickly do this so I can get back to discussing this because I think there's something else that has been added that I need to mention. All right. So I'm just quickly trying to do this. All right. Just having some technical difficulties that I'm trying to fix. Hopefully it gets improved because I'm not sure what's going on right now with this thing. All right, so I'm still trying to get this thing to work. Not sure why it's not working, but I digress. Okay, let me do this now. All right, cool. I think we're in business now. I think we are in business now. Roman needs to go away. What's it for with him having the belt enough? I'm sick of the Roman. I told you so much. It's making me hate a product I used to love. You just saw this person sounds like a hater. Red's the only one here that's even a remotely interesting match. God help us if this really lasts more than 6 months. Roman versus Tala, that would be crazy. Yeah, and if that were to happen, I think they'd have Tala. I don't see how Tala Tonga lose that match without some sort of assistance for him. And you see it here, add the crowd goes mild. Oh, that's funny. But yeah, I mean, I can understand why people probably aren't fancying that or have the belief that that would be actually be worth it. To be honest, I can't disagree with the fact that that sounds kind of strange. All right, so bear with me. Let me just quickly do something. Right, so as you guys can see, many people aren't feeling that sort of situation that they're suggesting here, which can't blame them if I'm being honest. Completely honest in that sense. But yeah, let me see what else I can do here. All right, so let me move on to the next thing here. Take this out of full screen. All right, so we have this. Cool. So the next thing here, this is what it says. So okay, that's not what I wanted to show. So okay, so as once more, it says announced for tonight's Raw, Roman Reigns acknowledgement ceremony, King of the Ring tournament kicks off. Over Femi versus Penta versus Koa versus Carmelo Hayes. King of the Ring tournament kicks off. Liv Morgan versus Becky Lynch versus Alexa Bliss versus Chelsea Green, and then of course the aftermath of Clash in Italy is there, obviously. So, I'm just having some technical difficulties that I'm trying to fix here. But essentially, we have this, but this is something that I wanted to share quickly. So, Javon Edwards names his matches with Penta and Gunter as his favorites on Raw so far. I think I've had a good couple matches overall, but I think the one I just had, me and Penta, that was their first time one on one. But also, I can't go wrong with me and Gunter at MSG. The John Cena tournament, that was a very fun match. I was very nervous, but I feel like between Gunter and Penta, those matches I just felt like there was a different type of energy. I brought a different type of energy to the match. Fair enough. Fair enough. All right. So that is that. See if there's anything else, any other updates. So just announce. Ooh, Seth Rollins versus Braun Breaker main event today's WWE Raw from Italy. Very interesting. Let's see, did WWE post this or something, or did I miss something? Let me go back to the WWE website to see if they posted anything. No, there's nothing about Raw. So where was this announced? I'm so confused. Okay, so this is what the WWE had just posted this a while ago. So they said the King of the Ring and Queen of the Ring tournaments begin today. And then of course these are the Night of Champions, King of the Ring tournament brackets. Queen of the Ring, King and Queen of the Ring brackets. That's what it looks. Um, yeah, that's how it looks right there. Um, all right, so I'm just going to take a short break. I need to get something to drink. I'll be back. Birthday, guys. Birthday. I'll be back. 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 Let me quickly do this.
Thank you, Tony Monday Night Raw! Yeah. Turn the lights red. It's time. Step in the fire, feel the pressure rise. Spotlight burning, no compromise. Stealing.
Welcome everyone to another edition of the WWV podcast. And as you guys have been hearing for the past couple of days, I cannot go on without doing this. If you smell what WWV is cooking. Now, for this excellent and insightful discussion, we will be discussing and we'll be cooking up a storm here as we discuss the Montreal screw job, and we'll be giving an explanation. And I'm joined here with my good friend, or good friend as well, the infamous 60-year-old, the Montreal fiend, Jerry. Welcome.
Hello, Tyrone. Hello, everyone. Welcome to World Wrestling Vision for another episode of the infamous Montreal Screwjob.
Hmm. Righty. So I don't do this often, but if you're watching right now, it says that 3 people are watching, so I appreciate that. But I don't usually do this, but I'm gonna be inviting you guys to just drop a like. It's just gonna take 2 seconds, so that it will help to push even further. But let's not waste any more of your time. Let's us get through the housekeeping matters, and then we'll go into discussing. So how are you doing, the Montreal Fiend?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm doing great. This is, for me and to many, I guess, the biggest event in the history of professional wrestling. And I don't think so. Like, there's anything better in wrestling to talk about this. I have revisited this, I think, at least 500 times, if not more, in the last 28 years. So, yes, still alive to talk about it on your prestigious channel.
I'm gonna correct you once more. It's not my prestigious channel. It is our prestigious channel. You set me up for failure right there. But yes, let us unravel the curtains. Let us pull the curtains and let us divulge into this insightful show that is in store for the audience. So I'm going to be asking you at random some questions, to help you, because obviously anybody that's watching this, you can obviously tell that I'm not that old to have much of a solid remembrance of it, or even to have existed then to say that okay, first hand account I would have seen this. So why not bring in the seasoned veteran, the 60-year-old Montreal Fiend, to help, to reflect on a very exciting, uh, exciting and insightful. Two words coming together in my head at the same time.
A very dark
But
night, a very dark night.
yeah, yeah, indeed. So let's start with that. Let's just go into the screw job itself. What happened in the screw job? Let's just start there. As you just said, it was a extreme night. So, what exactly happened during that match between Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels? And how did the crowd react, you'd say?
Wow. So where do I start, you know? So first of all, I think it will be very important for me to tell the modern audience and whoever is watching, and of course we know from the analytics, a lot of people are tuning in, watching, and thank you for the support. So this is very important before we dive into it, right? Because if someone is not aware of it, of course, because they are younger, they were not there or they have not heard about it. So if we just go and analyze, in my opinion, I think they will.
All right, so that's just something that I had considered. I'm going to be posting it on the channel very soon. Just with me in that sense. Um, all right, so just checking to see if there's anything else that has been announced. Just going to do this again. All right, so this is something else. It says TNA World Champion Santana deal currently runs through sometime in July. There's been WWE interest in Santana in the past. PW Insider has said this. As you see here, it says Braun Breaker versus Seth Rollins has officially been announced as the main event for Raw today. I don't know where they saw this, but okay. So this is what it says now. Okay, so we'll just read this. This says announced for WWE Raw today from Turin, Italy. Will Jacob Fatu acknowledge Roman Reigns? This is the better way to put it. Seth Rollins versus Braun Breaker. First round matches in the King and Queen of the Ring tournament. Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee versus Ethan Page and Rusev. Interesting. I'm so confused. So when is Rey Mysterio going to face Penta? I don't know. Anyways, to each their own. To each their own. I'm very much puzzled by this, if I'm being honest. But okay, very interesting. That very much interesting. If I'm being honest, that's very interesting. Um, All right, so just checking to see if there's anything else that was announced. All right, so it's just that for now. I'm still trying to see if WWE has updated that so that it's easier for me to be able to just read what they have as the preview, but I'm not seeing anything at all, which and that is so unfortunate. Uh, what am I saying? Right. I'm trying to see if they've updated this so that I'm able to just see the preview that they have there. If anything, I'll just go to the website's news reporting areas and just do that instead. All right. So not seeing anything here on WWE's website. So I'm not sure where they got the information that's that it was announced. I'm so confused as to what's going on here. I don't understand what is going on. I'm very much confused because I don't see them have anything up on. I'll just try WWE's X account again to see if they've added anything because I'm so confused as to how they know that's gonna be happening. Oh, but in other news, this. The Undertaker posted here, or from the Undertaker account, it says 2 nights, 2 locations. Triple A at Triple Mania is shaping up to be epic, and you can be a part of it. Register for an exclusive pre-sale this Thursday, June 4, before tickets go on sale Friday, June 5. Pre-sale registration, that's that. So Triple Mania 34, Las Vegas Friday, September 11, Friday and September 13 in Mexico, Sunday 13 of September. So we'll see what happens here as well. And of course, the Mexico tour, as we know, this is where it's looking. So we have as first announced during AAA Noche de los Grandes this past Saturday, WWE make a historic return to Mexico this September with SmackDown emanates live from Mexico, I should say. Bear with me. Let me just quickly do something. I'll be back. All right, right. So that is what I'm seeing so far. So as I was saying, so this September, um, WWE will make a historic return to Mexico, and they'll emanate live from Arena CDMX in Mexico City on Friday, September 11th, followed by WWE Raw at the same venue on Monday, September 14, 2026. That is, of course, also said as well. Right. So all of that is expected to take place as well. Um, right. So just quickly doing this. Let me just quickly do this. All right. So not seeing anything else otherwise. I'm just trying to rectify this issue. I'm not sure what's going on. I've been having some real technical difficulties. Anyways, all right. So I think we're back in business now. Just trying to see if there's any updates on anything. I'm not seeing anything. Still don't see anything for Monday Night Raw. So I'm not sure where they got the news about the thing about Seth and Braun breakup. But it's gonna be interesting to see that take place, though. I'm not gonna lie. So I am not complaining. Either way, I'm very much happy with that being the case, to be honest. Um, but yeah, so that is that. Um, yeah, I don't see anything else. So I'll have to just go over to WWE Raw June 1 and see what some places have been saying about that. So bear with me. Right. So in that sense, we have that, but I'm trying to see if I can just get this thing to come up so that I can do this properly. So I'm not seeing anything here, but I'm going to look at what some websites are saying about this as we approach 1 hour to the start of Monday Night Raw live from Turin, Italy. So I think I okay, cool. So we're back in business now. I think we're back in business. So I'm having some massive technical issues. I think my camera is glitching out as well as proof of the glitches. So WWE Monday Night Raw results June 1, 2026, followed from Clash in Italy and more. So it says this. This is from Anthony Mango. Very interesting name. That today's episode of WWE Monday Night Raw, June 1, 2026, emanates out of the NLP Arena in Turin, Italy. I will air starting at 2 p.m. EST on Netflix. This is supposed to be updated frequently. That's what they're seeing. So I'm going to go through the preview and prediction. So on top for today, so the King and Queen of the Ring, King of the Ring and Queen of the Ring tournaments will begin. At the time of this publication, nothing on the episode has been, I don't know why this is coming up now, has been formally announced though. So while we now know what the graphics consist of, there hasn't been any clarification about which matches will take place. On the men's side, if WWE wants to follow up from what happened at WWE Clash in Italy, where Solo Sikoa came out with Talatanga and Tamatanga, who isn't in this tournament like the other two, to indicate possible challenging imminent for the World with Championship in the future. It's possible Sikoa or Tonga's match will happen. Hmm. One of the things which will surely be addressed is Sol Ruka defeating Becky Lynch to capture the WWE. Yeah, so that is true. We're going to see the fallout of her. I think that's probably something that we can say is a guarantee. Yeah, I'm not sure what's happening with this thing though. My camera is frozen right now. The technical difficulties just continue to pile up. I'm not sure what's going on. Let's bear with me, guys. So I do apologize for this. I don't really like this at all. This is very disappointing. But yeah, okay. Oh, and by the way, big up to those in the chat as well. So hello. But thank you very much. Appreciate what you're saying. Thank you for the sympathy in that sense. And big up as well to the other person in the chat. Um, but yeah, let's check in again. 'Cause I think there's been some notification about something else being added. All right, so definitely that would be the case. So the man is also scheduled to be in a first round fatal four-way for the Queen of the Ring opposite Liv Morgan, Alexa Bliss, and Chelsea Green, while Ruka is scheduled to face their rival Kira, Charlotte Flair, and Jay Cargill. Most of those women were shown to have traveled to Italy, so keep an eye out on whether one of these two bouts will take place, or if it will be something like Roxanne Perez versus Io Sky versus Julia versus Last Legend, as they were all shown as well, if I remember correctly. Might there be a follow-up from the AAA Noche de los Grandes as well, which had gave up one mask? That's a bit more up in the air, but between recapping Cash in Italy having at least two of these tournament matches and throwing in a bunch of commercials, WWE will fill up these 2.5 hours and might only take some baby steps toward the next premium live event rather than going full force. So of course that is that right there. Go back to this is about Mike Santana. Let's going to see if there's any other posts. It's on Kate side seats. Now it says WWE Raw preview June 1, 2026. WWE is already setting up Obafemi for his next loss. That's very interesting. Wow, that sounds very fascinating. To be fair. Um, all right, so go back to this now. So it says this. Here's why Overfield might be losing again in Italy 24 hours after Brock Lesnar conquered him with F5 spam. Raw airs tonight, June 1, with a live show emanating from NLP Arena. We already spoke about this. This is a 4-week build to Night of Champions, which takes place on June 27. And Raw has a special start time of 2 p.m. ET on Netflix, which is around an hour and 2 minutes, or there around as well. WWE is already setting up Femi for his next loss, according to Cage Side Seats. It says the King of the Ring tournament officially begins today on Raw. The first round is all about fatal 4-way matches, with the biggest news being that Femi's name is listed on the bracket. In fact, the ruler's opening 4-way match takes place today, where he shares the ring. I don't know why I'm not able to read right now. Where he shares the ring with Solo Sikoa, Carmelo Hayes, and WWE Intercontinental Champion Penta. On paper, Femi should destroy these guys. That's not a knock of any of them. It's just that we've already seen what Oba can do to Brock Lesnar. I know it took 7-5 F5 finishers to finally hand Oba a loss at Clash in Italy. So Femi should probably run the table and dominate the entire tournament based on how he's being booked. However, there's one glaring problem with the idea that Oba is the obvious king of the ring. The winner earns a world title match at SummerSlam, and there isn't much reason to think WWE is planning Femi versus World Heavyweight Champion Roman Reigns or WWE Champion Cody Rhodes on that card. If anything, it looks like Femi's loss at Clash of Italy was done to set up one final match with Lesnar at SummerSlam. If that's the case, then Femi has to lose again this month during the King of the Ring tournament. The easiest way to book Oba to lose is today's 4-way match there are no disqualification. Brock can theoretically strike again to brawl with Femi, leaving the other 3 guys to determine a winner amongst each other. Alternatively, Femi can bounce back from yesterday's loss by winning his tournament match today, but then he probably has to lose a one-on-one match in a future round. That's a little trickier to pull off without him eating another pin. Interesting. All right, but I get the point. I get the point of what they're saying, because they're saying if you're going to conclude the trilogy, it can't be a case where he's there, because you have to build towards it, and why it would be warranted to have another match between these two. Obviously, it's one apiece, so of course you need a tiebreaker. But why would it be something that happens at SummerSlam? So you'd have to explain all of that as well. Why not? Why can't it happen on Saturday's main event? Why does it have to happen there to conclude it? Why can't it be on a Raw? Those stuff is a valid point there for real. But essentially, that's what they're saying here. And then, of course, it says other stuff to keep an eye on. So yeah, so we're gonna see. And my question is, will Jacob Fatu just acknowledge Roman Reigns? I don't know about that. That's what puzzles me as well. I'm just so puzzled by all of this, to be honest. absolutely puzzled by this. But we'll see what happens. We'll see how it plays out. I don't know. I just feel like for a Samoan werewolf, it's very difficult for you to see Jacob Fatu is somebody that is being domesticated, which was so wild when I heard the Roman say. But it says this: Jacob Fatu lost tribal combat against welterweight champion Roman Reigns, of course, which means he has to either acknowledge Roman as a tribal chief and fall in line as a servant, or GM Adam Pearce will fire him. Will they fire Jacob Fatu? That'd be crazy. Fatu seemed just fine with keeping his job in defeat during last week's promo. So let's see how eager the what do you call it? The neutral Samoan werewolf is to actively join the Roman Reigns Kiss My Ass Club tonight. Wow, that's a very interesting way of phrasing it. And of course, the Vision desperately needs a new member now that Logan Paul had tricep surgery. And nobody buys Austin Theory as a bad swing in that suit here. Will Joe Hendry and Angelo Dawkins get some payback on Theory for last week's brutal attacks? Or is a new Vision member lurking in the shadows and ready to strike? And who would that be as well? That is the question. So even if it was going to be the case, who would that be? Rey Mysterio beat Rusev last week and earned a future shot at Intercontinental Champion Penta. Would your title match go down at Night of Champions in Saudi Arabia? If Penta's bones from the King of the Ring tournament before then? LA Knight is getting awfully close to crossing the line with the Usos, and he happens to be booked in a first-round King of the Ring tournament four-way match against Jey Uso, Royce Keys, and Finn Balor. What will happen if LA and Jey get in each other's face tonight? And of course, Seth Rollins wants a rematch against Braun Breaker ASAP, and of course, he got it, and apparently that would be the main event according to what we saw on X. But will WWE add a gimmick or stipulation to their next fight, which is of course going to be tonight? Is there going to be a stipulation? What's going to happen? And of course, we have Becky Lynch, of course, losing the title and in Clash in Italy will also be amongst the Women's World Championship qualification thing with the Queen of the Ring four-way match against Alexa Bliss, Chelsea Green, and Liv Morgan. What if Carr's ref for Becky's tournament opener? What's going to happen here? I don't know if I'm enjoying this Jessica Carr being the referee, because when are you going to tease this thing to the end of the world? Because it's like, oh, Jessica Carr keep screwing Becky Lynch. That's the story that they're telling. And I don't know. It's strange to me. I don't know what's going on. And then he says here, is Chad Gable's returning to Raw today after he was unmasked to reveal himself as the original El Grande Mexicano at Triple Noche de los Grandes? Will he fare any better in WWE after having a potential match of the year this past weekend in Mexico? And of course, we have Io Sky's opening match in the Queen of the Ring tournament, which is going to be against Julia, Last Legend, and Roxanne Perez. Can any of them stop her from making it to a world title match at SummerSlam? And who does Ethan Page have to beat to another Intercontinental title match? Is it going to be Javon Evans? That remains to be seen, and we'll see what happens. And of course, I'm sure that question will be answered very simply and very quickly, because I think the plan is to put the belt on him eventually, whenever that will be, of course. Not sure when that will be, but obviously that is going to be something that happens as well. And has WWE figured out what the hell they're doing with AAA Mega Champion Dominic Mysterio? He can always win the King of the Ring tournament, where his opening round 4 match is against Braun Breaker, Trick Williams, and Damian Priest. Will Danhausen figure out what the hell they're doing with will Danhausen and Santino Morella team up tonight to curse some poor jabroni and take them out with the Cobra? Interesting. And then, of course, where the hell is CM Punk? Will he return to WWE in time to apologize to the government of Saudi Arabia again at Night of Champions? What will you be looking for on Raw? But we'll see what happens. We shall see what happens as well. So yeah, that's that. I'm just gonna take a short break. I'll be back. I just really need to just get something to drink. I'll be back.
You feel that? That pressure in the air. Lights go dark. Heartbeat starts. This ain't just a show. This is war. Hey, hey. Step in the fire, the stakes high. No safety net when it's game time. Every second on a thin line. One mistake and it's flat line. Crowd screaming when the pile go blow. Adrenaline when the lights go low. You either rise or you fall. This is where the truth gets told. No backing down, we all in now. Feel that energy shake the ground. This is Monday night. Feel the roar, kick down the gate, start the war. Lights go red, hear the sound. Welcome to the battleground. We don't run, we don't hide. Put it all on the line tonight. When it hits, you'll know the loud. Welcome to Monday Night Raw. From the struggle, pain and scars. Now we shining under lights and stars. Every fight gonna raise the bar. Turn the pressure into who we are. No fear when the bell gon' ring. All gas, no settling. Every move got everything. This is more than just a dream. This the hunger, this the pain, this the blood inside your veins. No mercy, no escape, only legends get their name. Rah! 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 Thank you, Tony Monday Night Raw! Yeah. Turn the lights red. It's time. Step in the fire, feel the pressure rise. Spotlight burning, no compromise. Stealing sweat, yeah, we pay that price. Legends made every single night. Hey, I'll be racing when the pyro hits. You talk
Right, people. So this is just the bracket ones, more for people who maybe want to see it. So yeah, that's it. All right. So I'm just trying to rectify this issue. Yeah, I'm just gonna refresh this again to see if they've added anything now. Okay, finally it's here. They finally have it up now. Thank God. They finally put up this now. So now we have an idea of what is to come. So wow. Now we're in business. Now we have some understanding of what is to come. So this is gonna be what we're seeing tonight. So they've finally revealed what is to be expected, I should say. So let me see if I can put this here. I should not be the one in the full screen. Perfect. All right, so let me just do this quickly. So I just need to just change these things. Basically, I'm just adding these captions so that when it's time for those matches, I can just have these things there, and it's very simple. You just simply do that. So let me just do this quickly. All right. All right. So this is that. So as you see right here, it says after Roman, will Jacob Fatu acknowledge Roman Reigns? We'll see if he will. We will see if he will. So So it says after Roman Reigns conquered Jacob Fatu in tribal combat to retain the World Heavyweight title at WWE Clash in Italy, the Samoan Werewolf is now expected to acknowledge the OTC. But will it happen? We'll have to find out today, and it will be very soon as well that we'll find out that. So, yeah, then we have the Queen of the Ring tournament begins. So the brackets have been revealed, and the Queen of the Ring tournament will begin on Raw. Who will take the first royal step toward a women's championship opportunity at Summer Slam? We shall see. And that's the bracket as well. So that's what they've added so far. They may add something more. And of course, I skipped this. I just realized I skipped this one. So it's Penta, Obafemi Sosiko, and Carmelo Hayes battling in a fatal four-way King of the Ring qualifier. The King of the Ring tournament. You see the graphic here. It says following WWE clash in Italy, Intercontinental Champion Penta, Obafemi, Solo Sikoa, and Carmelo Hayes will battle in a fatal four-way King of the Ring first round matchup. Who will earn a crucial win in the high-stakes tournament? You don't want to miss all the action of Raw today at 2 p.m. ET, 11 a.m. PT on the Netflix as well. So that is what's to come so far. Let me just do this. I'm going to take another break. But it's very interesting, and I'm happy that they finally posted it so I can have an understanding of what to expect to happen as well on Raw. It's come with some confirmation at least. But are we taking another break? Very soon. Short break.
Hit play, we're live. Little spark in the wire, I rise. New day, same
So you guys are able to see this. So this is what we know. There's been an update as well. So this is also the case. So we're gonna have first round match of the 2026 Queen of the Ring tournament taking place today on Raw. It will be Io Sky versus Julia versus Roxanne Perez versus Lash Legend. When we refresh the page to see if they've added anything. I'm not seeing anything here that. But just so I can stop just doing this, I do want to speak about the fact that Liv Morgan has title has not been defended or anything on any of these events that have taken place, and I guess in a way she can see that they're scared of me or whatever. Nobody wants to show up. They're cowards. But I don't think they've poorly booked her. They've absolutely poorly booked her. I don't like what they've done. She's not been a good champion, not because of her ability, but because of her lack of matches. But I don't know. I just find it so strange, man. I'm so puzzled by all of this. I have to be honest. But yeah, man. So we at least have an understanding of what to expect to happen tonight. At least I'm happy about that. At least happy about that. At least if there's nothing else I'm happy about, I'm absolutely happy that we at least have an understanding of that component for sure. 100%. Absolutely happy about that. We at least have some understanding of what is to come. Not everything, as I said, they're not going to put everything on the online because, of course, the suspense would just die completely. So yeah, but hopefully we see a very good follow up to Clash of Italy. Clash of Italy was a B plus, as we saw from other people. Hopefully it remains the case. We're 30 minutes away from the start of Raw. I'm going to take another break. I'll be back quickly. I just need to rectify some technical difficulties. All right, people. So we're back in business. So let me see if there's any other updates. But as we know, this is what has been confirmed so far. All right, no new updates on this. And of course, we see this. I'm going to do this quickly. All right, so WWE is posting now as we're about 28 minutes or so away from the start of Monday Night Raw. And of course, you see here it says, will Jacob Fatu acknowledge Roman Reigns today on WWE Raw? Location to in Italy, the tickets are there. And we have 2 p.m. ET, 11 a.m. PT on Netflix, which is essentially 20 plus minutes from now. We're closer to the start of Monday Night Raw on an earlier, on a time where they have an earlier start time. All right, sorry about that. I'm just trying to ensure that I'm able to watch Raw when it begins by ensuring that there's nothing. My apologies, as I said, guys. Just trying to ensure that I can actually watch Raw because I've been having some technical difficulties in the past. So it's very important that I check to see if I'm able to do so without any issues arising as well. This is very. I'm not sure what's going on today. Having a lot of technical difficulties, but we move. You know, we move. We move. We move. We move. Okay, I think this is starting to operate in the way I hope it would. Um, okay, okay. Oh, this. So they've done something else here. So don't miss Penta versus Obafemi versus Carmelo versus Olusokoy in the King of the Ring first round match today. We saw that. Of course, we spoke about Jacob Fatu and if he's going to acknowledge Roman Reigns. And of course, we have first round match of the 2026 Queen of the Ring tournament taking place today on Raw. You know that is going to be the case as well. So back to this. Let me refresh to see if they've added anything else here. No, they've not. Okay, so nothing else has been added based on my understanding and observation. But we move. I'm going to ensure that I'm able to see it on my. I have to probably watch this on my phone, um, as my other device isn't loading up at this very moment. Yeah, my camera is frozen again. I'm not sure why, but it is unfortunately frozen. Yeah, my camera is frozen, sadly. But anyways, we're about 7 minutes away from the start of Raw. Hopefully, this thing fixes before then, because I don't know why it's frozen. Okay, it's back now. Thank God. Thank God that it's back. Oh my word. So many technical difficulties has occurred. Um, with some wrestle ups, of course, sharing what we've already discussed here about the King of the Ring tournament match that is going to be taking place as well. So yeah, so that has just been a confirmation that has been given about that as well. All right, so I need to just do this quickly. So right, so here we go. Just checking to see if there's anything else. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how they follow up on Clash in Italy, on the Clash in Italy premium live event. Um, I saw a tweet about, as it stands, there will not be any um paper premium live event or pay per view in July. I'm trying to see if I can find it. I don't know where I saw it, but I just saw it somewhere. Okay, I found it. Here it is. Okay, I found it now. Perfect. All right, so it says, as things stand, there won't be a WWE premium live event next month, just a Saturday Night Main event special plan as of now. So that is that as well. So there won't be any premium live event in July specifically, but there will be something happening before July begins, which is Night of Champions, which is on June 27th. Which I think is okay. They're gonna have Saturday Night Main event, which is always a big event for them in terms of people watching it and having a good amount of people, turning up to watch it. So I don't think they'll really mind that, to be honest. Those think they'll really mind that. But Just waiting, just counting down the minutes as we get closer to the start of Monday Night Raw on the earlier side as they're in Italy, and of course they'll be in Italy as well on Friday for SmackDown. So also there'll be an early SmackDown uh, review of it, and of course for those in the United States, they'll be able to see it at the usual time that they're able to on the USA Network as well. So I'm just waiting for the Raw to start so that I can get into the watch along proper. After that, we just proceed with things as per usual. I'm gonna see what else has been said here, if anything. Rusty Pierce is just repeating. So there's nothing new at this very moment. I would just have to play the waiting game as it stands. As it stands, that's all we can do in this very at this very moment. So yeah, let's just see what will happen as we proceed closer and closer to the start of SmackDown. On Friday, we'll see. As I said, SmackDown will be in Italy, and we're getting closer to the start of Raw in Italy as well. So let's see how that goes. Let's see how WWE will follow up on what we saw at Clashing Italy with that one title change, with Soluka being able to successfully defeat Becky Lynch for the Intercontinental title. Very fascinating situation that was, and I'm sure many persons were very surprised to see that that's how the match ended. Many people were expecting Becky Lynch to retain, and then maybe some way somehow they have a case where they pull the trigger on her, and fair enough. I think that's always a good thing that they show their belief in her rather than to put it off or delay it longer than maybe required. So yeah, absolutely fantastic result and decision that from WWE. So we're 10 minutes away from the start of it, but I'm just gonna take at the time to just step away briefly, and then I'll be back in a few. So just bear with me as I do just that. All right, so we've had 8 votes on the poll. So thank to the 8 people that have stopped by during the stream and have voted. So it says, "Are you excited for the Monday Night Raw tonight?" 62% said yes. 12% said no. 12% said that they don't know, and 12% said that they don't care. So that's very interesting. It's always fascinating when I see people say that they don't care about it. Very funny situation that as well. But yeah, we proceed forwards and upwards as we edge closer and closer to the start of Monday Night Raw. So I want to take a short break. I'll be back in just a few. Alrighty. Just gonna ensure that this thing is working properly as well. So let me get down to business here. Is all right. Let me just quickly do this. All right, we're getting closer and closer to the start. All right, so the countdown on Netflix has begun for me. All right, let me stop sharing screen here. $4 minutes to go. I'll be back. Wait, guys, back. I'll be back. We're in business on Raw has begun. Okay, let me take this off the screen because it's not pre-show discussion anymore. In Italy, here we go again. And they're just showing the recap and review and what happened now. Triple H saying that it was a WrestleMania worthy card. First, I know they talk about Rhodes, Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes beats Gunther in controversial finish. Cody saying that if Gunther rematch would have done on the post show. Now we're showing Rhea Ripley versus Jay Cargill. I mean, but yeah, the whole thing of this football was so come on, man. To protect Gunther, they had to do that. Now Becky Lynch versus Soruka, obviously Jay Cargill versus Ripley winning after Riptide. So Soruka gets the pin, and then we have Brock Lesnar versus Femino being shown. Who? F5s galore, 4 F5s occurred. One, two. Let's not putting Obafemi through to the table, but that didn't do anything. He got up, he sat up, got up, and Brock Lesnar was so concerned, like, how did he get back up? All this stuff we're just to see happen. See by Roman Reigns, Jacob Fatu. They're just showing the recap and haven't really started the right way yet. And he gets one, two, three. Like that, the Samoan werewolf has been domesticated. Very funny. Will Jacob acknowledge Roman Reigns? It will be interesting to see what happens. Is it Roman Reigns coming out first? Jey Uso, Roman Reigns. Here we go. Jimmy Uso as well. The tribal chief. Ooh, Roman Reigns coming out first. Oh, we know this was gonna. Oh well, we knew the match between Braun Breaker and Seth Rollins. I guess we're not surprised. So let me just switch to this quickly then. I forgot that we're gonna first. Acknowledgement by Solo Sikoa. It's by Jacob Fatu, I mean. But here we go. First thing we're seeing is this. Roman Reigns. His song is just incredible. I like. Is there going to be so much you're just going to do the normal thing and don't do anything? Jey Uso and Jimmy Uso are like Roman bodyguards. Let's see what's going to happen. And you know, I must say, what I liked about yesterday is that, you know, Roman didn't have any help. He didn't. It wasn't a case where we had anybody coming out and it was bloodline rules. It was tribal. One Samoan versus another Samoan. His family members just fighting, just simply one-on-one, no advantages. Jey Uso, Jimmy Uso, they load him to. And I like the old days where you'd have like a Solo Sikoa helping Roman Reigns to not lose, or Jay coming out helping putting anybody on the ring, anything like that. It's good. We'll see what happens. Let's see what happens. But as we know, will Jacob Fatu acknowledge Roman Reigns soon? Michael Cole saying that Roman is trying to add some glory to his legacy and to build on his legacy. Just paraphrasing. Of course, Jay and James are there as well because interesting thing to hear from Roman Reigns. Italy's just incredible. Italy, Roman songs. We're just humming and going. Oh, I'm telling you, they're just incredible. The crowd is. They just make everything sound so incredible. Roman Reigns in the ring now. Once to the sky. Once to the sky. Roman Reigns and Jimmy Uso. Let's see what's gonna happen here, people. And here, people. Once to the sky. The title to the sky by Roman Reigns here. Oh, 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 oh. I'm telling you, the crowd is just incredible. They're just singing, oh, it's incredible. I was ringing out. and they chant OTC. Will Jacob Fatu acknowledge Roman Reigns? What will see happen in a moment here? Oh, look at Italy is just wow. The crowd is just singing Italian here. Roman is trying to keep his composure here. Don't let it drop. But here we go with Jimmy and Jey Uso. OTC, OTC, OTC. Roman is just taking in him right now. Blame him. The crowd has just have been incredible. In the moment, he's getting acknowledgement. The one thing that he was always asking for during the Bloodline era. Acknowledge me, acknowledge me, acknowledge me. He doesn't need to have asking for. He just the acknowledgement just happens non-stop. Crowd is just singing Roman Reigns. Roman is just loving. He's absolutely just basking in all this. I'm loving these camera angles, man. It's beautiful. I can't lie. For two acknowledging Roman. Acknowledgement day. Roman says he's been waiting for this day because there's no day like acknowledgement day. Let's see if Jacob Fatu will be acknowledging him. Will Solo Sikoa be coming out and causing any problem? We do know that Solo Sikoa has a match on Raw, so they would be able to set up the next match. We'll see. Jey Uso is at the first day on the and Jacob is late. Let's see. He's saying, "Come on, Jacob." And Jacob's plays. What's going to happen here? Oh, here's Jacob. Jacob Fatu comes out. Jacob looks very serious. He marches down to the ring. Just having a stare though. Roman staring at Jacob walking towards the ring. Jacob staring. He's not breaking eye contact here. Jacob's still looking at Roman. And here it is. Jacob Fatu is in the ring with Jimmy J and Roman Reigns, the OTC here. Will Jacob be acknowledging Roman Reigns? That is my big question. How are they going to do this? What are they going to get fired? What's going to happen? Let's see. It's acknowledgement time. Looking here. When I stare down, will Jacob acknowledge him? A tribal comeback. I knew I was getting my. I knew the consequences. I knew the repercussions. Hell, I knew what would happen if I walked out with that title. Jacob is speaking out, and I knew what would happen if I had. Is Jacob going to acknowledge him, or is he leaving? The crowd is saying ole 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 Fatu Fatu. Speaking of a loss, last night, of the whole world, including my children, Jacob saying, speaking of loss, the man keeping his word. I lost night, I lost. And I lost. Chief. Oh my word. Jacob says it to my tribal chief. But I did not lose you, your punk ass, Jay. Wow. Roman. Ah. Jacob says it. I acknowledge you. Wow. Is he going down? Oh, Jacob kneels. He kneels in front of Roman Reigns. Oh my word. Is he gonna I don't believe this at all. This can't be happening at all. Is he gonna do it? I'm so confused. I don't believe this. Is this real? Real. This can't be real. You don't understand this? He loves Jacob. Well, I'm so confused. This is not happening. There has to be something coming. This can't be real. Jacob's gonna do something, man. Surely. Oh no way. Oh, he does it. Oh my god. Bro, no way. Jacob does it. Oh my god. Wow. Bro, this is I believe this. Jacob for two. Wow, Jacob has done it. Oh my god. Bro, this is crazy. Jacob acknowledges Roman, bro. There must be some play. This can't be real, bro. This can't be real. Bro, this can't be real, bro. This cannot be real. Wow. Jacob has acknowledged Roman Reigns. Wow, I'm crazy. This it can't be like this, bro. Bro, this can't be real, bro. This can't be real. Jacob acknowledges Roman. Is he gonna turn on him right now? This can't be real, bro. Wow. There's no way this is real, bro. But we have this starts Jacob acknowledges Roman Reigns. I don't know if I can buy this though. I don't know if I can buy this though. I'm sorry. Seems off, man. I can't lie. Something seems off. As it's Jacob Fatu has acknowledged Roman Reigns. Wow. Wow. Jacob acknowledges Roman. Wow. Jacob acknowledges Roman. That's crazy. I'm shocked. Absolutely shocked. Wow. Yeah, now they're talking about Noche de los Grandes. Well, Roman has been acknowledged by Jacob. This is I don't know. I can't believe this actually happened. I'm so shocked. I can't believe this. But here's Seth Rollins versus Braun Breaker, and it's confirmed. Seth Rollins versus Braun Breaker is gonna main event. Solo champion. I can't get past the for Jacob for to acknowledge Roman Reigns. Wow. Wow. I don't know, man. They was talking about the and Queen of the Ring championship. But my gosh, man, I'm still shocked at this. Wow. Who acknowledges Roman Reigns? They're just talking about it here. Let me show it here. Okay, I need to put myself over this side. That's that. And as they said before, they just reiterate the fact that they're reiterating that whoever wins, they get a championship opportunity as the team champion. Here we go. We're getting this match right now. Cero miedo. Cero miedo. Painter comes out first. Here we go. Painter coming out first for the King of the Ring tournament match. Penta coming out first. And it's coming up next, and I know I'm going to. It's I'm the greatest. This I'm the greatest. Camilla is coming out now. Ooh. So been made to the King of the Ring bracket. Drew McIntyre and Sami Zayn have been added. Ricky Sainz and Tala Tonga are out. Interesting. What caused that? We're taking it all. So the score, taking it all. Taking it all. So it's a, Ricky Sainz is not the one in the comment in it, so I'm going to remove this. So they're in the ring now. Carmelo is in the ring. No, it's 24 years after his loss to Brock Lesnar. Here we go. And the crowd goes crazy for Obafemi's music. Mm-mm. Ooh, ooh. Here's Oba, 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 ooh, Oba, Oba, ooh, 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 Oba, Femi coming out. Oba, Oba, oh, bro, this entrance way is so long. Oba, here's Obafemi. Will Brock Lesnar come out and cause over the match? Let's see what's gonna happen here. Just going at Obafemi. So coward taking down and Obafemi is going crazy. Is Brock Lesnar it's a question. As you read earlier, Solo versus Obafemi. Going for some more in Sokoa not ordering by Obafemi here. Penta. One, two. Talatanga head to head, face to face with Obafemi. Talatanga. He's just cheering for Obafemi. It's non-stop. Talatanga just staring at him non-stop. Solo and Obafemi fighting up there. Or Common Penta or and Solo teasing Femi's skirt.